All right, so yeah, I recorded a video earlier today, but it didn't like record the screen. So here we are. I've done a lot. Um, so as you can see, like when you drag, it still highlights other things. So that's, you know, not ideal. But we have knobs, which includes cascading rotation. So what this is doing, this is rotating a thing that's the whole width, the whole length of the knob, um, or the whole diameter of the knob, but something that's just the radius actually rotates as a child. So like rotations get passed down. Um, we have sliders. Um, and yeah, I think I forgot if we demoed this, but I'm pretty sure we did. You know, we have scrolling, we have search. Um, I mean, this has a lot to be desired, right? These don't do anything yet, but the idea is like you'd be able to search through either effects, instruments, or samples. Maybe we'd have like two different sort of things showing up. I'm not really sure. Um, this is like sort of like step zoom. We have this sort of zoom, play, pause. You can also do it through here. Um, yeah, I mean we're building out the widgets, right? We have um, and these are like super simple, right? A button is just like, you know, real simple. A knob is just real simple. Like it's just I don't even think we use this value. Um, Might as well just get rid of it. Um, and yeah, knob super simple. Um, a list is just like I'm not gonna convert to structured binders. I hate that. A list. I mean, this is just a list. Like it's like what 70 lines of code total with includes and everything. List state is just yeah. Um, a slider super simple. Text field is super simple. Like I just don't know if there's another UI. Like I think a lot of libraries, a text field is an element, and in this case, it's not. And like it's just a widget with like a text field. What I mean by that is like it's an atomic thing. Like element to me is like an atomic thing, and so there's only two types of elements that you can have, which is like text or quad, and like they'll like I don't know if image is gonna be a. I don't think image really should be a different type of. I think image should probably be like a style thing. So like yeah, um, it's just like I feel like this is like really simple and elegant. Like I'm really proud of what we've accomplished here. Right now, I'm gonna try to make the top bar a little bit um, cleaner. First, I'm gonna git commit, clean up some widgets. Okay. All right. So now I think if we look at the main sort of layout, I mean, like the track zoom stuff is just like kind of a mess, but I'm just not sure what like we have that area in the upper left that we just have these like plus and minuses for zooms that I'm not really sure what should go there. There's a bunch of other design stuff that we can like work on, but like I'm kind of like keen to like see what's up with the menu bar. Um, I think that is right here. All right, I'm gonna say close other tabs. Nice. Okay. Um, so this top bar thing. First, so this divider, right? This is really what we want. we want a spacer here. I think ideally, so we get, like, ideally we'll have like the X and stuff there. So we'll probably make it like 30, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then I don't think we set the height. So this thing, right? So we really, if we take away this, then it should just be a normal, okay, yeah, this is sort of a manageable height. Now, I'm not, like, this should show, like, what tick you're at. So this should be, like, stood to string. Oh my god, why is it being so slow? Why is it being so slow? Oh my goodness. Okay, so stood to string, and then we say like tick, right? And then here is tick divided by ticks per bar, I think, or it's ticks per quarter note. I think I'm just gonna do that, and this should give us, let's do ticks per quarter note, ticks per bar, and then per ticks per 4 bars. Now, I'm pretty sure that okay, so it should be so as we play, it doesn't really update. Which, I mean, we could say like, do we have something that says like, is playing? Oh, we have something like that. We could do like, is playing UI.Q layout. Man, is my battery gonna die as I do this? That's kind of nuts. I mean, that is kind of cool, right? We could see what tick we're at, but it really should be, it should probably be ticks divided by, or tick divided by, I feel like it should be mod, right? Well, hold on. Let's see what this is, because I kind of tired and I'm having trouble exactly visualizing what. Okay, so okay, ticks per quarter note. Then it's tick divided by ticks per quarter note mod ticks per bar divided by ticks per bar. And then this I'm just gonna keep as 1 because I don't really even know what this should be. But that should be mod. It shouldn't be mod ticks per bar. It should just be mod 4 plus 1, right? Because it's quarter notes per bar and then bars per. Okay, I'm cool with that. We could also have like volume and pan on here. I don't see why not. In fact, we could even say knob, track and normalize. Does knob specify? Okay, so we pass in the width. So we could really just yeah, so in track list item we have our track name. And then what we could do is we could say right dot left is OP. Oh, nice. Really this should just be parent right, but I'm not really sure the best way to like do that as an expression. Because like this adds to about, I mean, you guys have seen it. If you haven't watched the videos, you can go back and watch them. But like basically it just like adds to like an expression buffer that like you probably don't want to like we can't just say like this and store it in some variable, right? I mean, we could like store this in memory and say like call this function, right? Or we could say like OP whatever expands to this, like we could have like a macro type system, but Jesus Christ, like, you know what I mean, like at a certain point, like what are we doing? And it could be that, and it definitely could be that at a certain point. It definitely could be that, but we're gonna add a knob. And we're gonna say it's not const, so we can modify it, and we'll say width is 20, and then we'll say center vertically, and then we'll add a volume as well. And then track just becomes an auto. Okay. So as you can see, they're modifying, like it's the same. Like you can see it up here, we change it up here, and it changes down here. Like I'm gonna make these a little smaller. I'm gonna make them like 12. Where do we put them? Where's track list? Track list item. Make them like, okay, 13. That's what it typed out. All right, God is good. Just the process. Okay, let's see 13. That's too small. And also, center V just didn't even work with that. Oh. This needs to be dot center V. Yeah. Okay. That's a little too small. I might make them 16, and we can get rid of that. And then we can get rid of that. So yeah, that looks pretty nice, right? I like having these knobs here. Volume, pan, volume, and if we want to like turn, because we want to be able to turn up a track and whatever. Okay, and then this updates. Okay, that's pretty cool. These are some easy wins. Now, what if we want to have? What if we want to have like a text field, like a number text field that you can like drag, right? And it would also be cool to like not move the mouse when we drag, right? Or at least like hide the mouse and like do something else. I don't know. That might be a little too much for tonight. We could also say, what if we said element update element state I mean, like we should get hover events, but maybe we shouldn't render it. Like if we go through and we say state, right? And we say auto I equals 0, plus I, and then we say if I equals CTX dot, we get CTX, right? Yeah. Oh wait, no, we get context dot last clicked LM. So if context dot dragging is false, we just do that. Or we could just say this. Boom. Const auto state equals boom, except we're not going to do const. So we say if context dot dragging and I equals context last clicked LM, and it doesn't equal that, state equals default, and then we could just pass in state. Okay, so let's try that. Oh. And I is not equal to last clicked element. What is last clicked element though? I mean, this is just gonna be anything, right? Okay, I guess we're running at release mode, so it doesn't matter. Fascinating. Okay, so I doesn't equal context.lastClickedElement. This is for boxes. I don't understand. Wouldn't this work? If I is 0. Oh. We could do that. And we could say I minus 1. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot to consider with this, where it's like, you know, when you drag something, you kind of want it to like cut into this clip, so the z-index really shouldn't matter, right? Well, I guess it should, right? When you're dragging, the z-index goes up, but yeah. All right, so like, we can like, yeah, so, okay, so everything works there. That's another annoying part, where it's like, you kind of want to just, you don't want to be able to be like, like that doesn't look good. So, but I don't know, that's kind of for a different day. A different day. Okay. So we have our knobs, we have our little thing, we have our area, our ruler. Oh yeah, we're gonna add like a little text field up here for BPM, right? We're gonna say draggable, like, should it be called a drag field? Or a drag it? Maybe a drag value widget? What is that? Should we ask chat? Yo, chat. What is a widget called that you can drag the text? You can drag from the text up and it increases value, and down and it decreases value. A spinner? Yo, shut up. Okay, I was just gonna call it a drag field. I was right. Just FYI, I said that before chat did. Drag field widget. Wow. I'm gonna go have to get my battery. Paragraph 1 name space tie UI v3